Have you ever felt like you don't quite fit in with the world around you? Do you find yourself constantly seeking deeper meaning and purpose in life, even when others seem content with the status quo? If these questions resonate with you, there's a good chance you might be a highly spiritual person. And while this can be a beautiful and enriching way to experience life, it can also come with its own set of unique challenges and struggles. Being a highly spiritual person means having a heightened awareness of the interconnectedness of all things. It means being attuned to the subtle energies and emotions that flow through the universe, and feeling a deep sense of compassion and empathy for all living beings. But in a world that often values materialism and superficiality over depth and substance, being a highly spiritual person can sometimes feel like being a square peg trying to fit into a round hole. One of the biggest struggles that highly spiritual people face is a sense of isolation and loneliness. When you see the world through a different lens than most people, it can be difficult to find others who truly understand and relate to your experiences. You might feel like you're always the odd one out, the one who's asking the deep questions and seeking the profound truths, while everyone else seems content to skim the surface of life. This sense of isolation can be compounded by the fact that highly spiritual people often have a hard time fitting into mainstream society. The values and priorities of the modern world can feel shallow and unfulfilling to someone who is seeking a deeper sense of meaning and purpose. The constant pressure to conform to social norms and expectations can be exhausting, and it takes a great deal of courage and resilience to stay true to yourself in the face of this pressure. Another challenge that highly spiritual people often face is a heightened sense of empathy and sensitivity to the suffering of others. When you feel deeply connected to all living things, it can be overwhelming to witness the pain and struggles that so many people and animals endure on a daily basis. This empathy can be a beautiful and powerful force for good in the world, but it can also take a heavy emotional toll if not managed carefully. Highly spiritual people may find themselves feeling drained and exhausted from taking on the emotional burdens of others, or from feeling like they need to save the world all by themselves. It's important for spiritual individuals to learn how to set healthy boundaries and practice self-care so that they can continue to be a positive force in the world without burning themselves out in the process. Despite these challenges, being a highly spiritual person can also be an incredibly rewarding and fulfilling way to live. When you're able to tap into the deeper truths of the universe and feel a sense of connection to something greater than yourself, it can bring a profound sense of peace and purpose to your life. But to truly thrive as a spiritual individual in today's world, it's important to find ways to navigate the unique struggles and challenges that come with this path. One of the most important things that highly spiritual people can do is to seek out authentic, supportive connections with others who share their values and perspectives. This might mean joining a spiritual community or group, or simply making an effort to build deep, meaningful friendships with like-minded individuals. Having a network of people who understand and support your spiritual journey can make all the difference in feeling less alone and more connected to the world around you. Another key aspect of thriving as a highly spiritual person is learning to cultivate a positive relationship with solitude. While it's important to have supportive connections with others, it's equally important to be comfortable spending time alone and turning inward for guidance and clarity. Solitude can be a powerful tool for self-reflection, personal growth, and spiritual development, and learning to embrace it can help you feel more grounded and centered in your own truth. Developing a strong sense of self-love and self-acceptance is also crucial for highly spiritual individuals. When you're walking a path that's different from the mainstream, it's easy to feel like there's something wrong with you, or that you need to change who you are to fit in. But the truth is, your spiritual sensitivity and unique perspective are a gift, not a flaw. Learning to love and accept yourself fully, even in the face of external pressure to conform, is an essential part of living an authentic, fulfilling spiritual life. One powerful way to cultivate self-love and self-acceptance is through the practice of self-compassion. This means treating yourself with the same kindness, understanding, and forgiveness that you would extend to a dear friend who was struggling. It means acknowledging that you're human and that it's okay to make mistakes, have flaws, and experience difficult emotions. By learning to be gentle and nurturing with yourself, you can develop a deep well of inner strength and resilience that will help you navigate the challenges of being a highly spiritual person in a sometimes unspiritual world. Another important aspect of thriving as a highly spiritual individual is developing a consistent spiritual practice that nourishes your soul and helps you feel connected to something greater than yourself. This might mean setting aside time each day for meditation, prayer, or other contemplative practices that allow you to turn inward and tune into your own inner wisdom. It might also mean engaging in activities that bring you a sense of joy, creativity, and connection to the natural world, such as spending time in nature, making art, or practicing yoga. The key is to find practices that resonate with you on a deep level and that help you feel grounded, centered, and connected to your own inner truth. By making your spiritual practice a regular part of your daily life, you can cultivate a sense of inner peace and clarity that will help you navigate the challenges and struggles of being a highly spiritual person with greater ease and grace. Ultimately, being a highly spiritual person in today's world is not always an easy path. It requires courage, resilience, and a willingness to stay true to yourself, even in the face of isolation, misunderstanding, and pressure to conform. But for those who are called to walk this path, the rewards can be immeasurable. When you're able to tap into the deeper truths of the universe and feel a sense of connection to something greater than yourself, it can bring a profound sense of meaning and purpose to your life. It can help you feel less alone, even in the midst of a world that often feels disconnected and fragmented, and it can give you the strength and clarity to be a positive force for change in the world, even in small ways. So if you're a highly spiritual person who sometimes feels isolated, misunderstood, or overwhelmed by the challenges of walking this path, know that you are not alone. There are many others out there who share your sensitivities and your yearning for a deeper, more meaningful way of living. By seeking out authentic connections, cultivating self-love and self-acceptance, developing a consistent spiritual practice, and staying true to your own inner wisdom, you can learn to navigate the struggles of being a highly spiritual individual with greater ease and grace. Remember, your spiritual gifts and unique perspective are a blessing, not a burden. They are what make you who you are, and they are what will allow you to make a positive difference in the world, even if that difference is simply shining your light and being true to yourself. So keep walking your path with courage and conviction, knowing that you are exactly where you're meant to be, and that the universe is conspiring in your favor, even in the midst of the struggles and challenges that come with being a highly spiritual person in a sometimes unspiritual world. In the end, the journey of being a highly spiritual individual is a beautiful and sacred one, even if it's not always easy. It's a journey of self-discovery, of learning to trust your own inner wisdom, and of finding your place in the greater tapestry of life. It's a journey of love, compassion, and connection, both with yourself and with the world around you. So if you find yourself struggling with the isolation, the empathetic overload, or the pressure to conform that often comes with being a highly spiritual person, remember that you are not alone. Remember that your sensitivity and your unique perspective are a gift, and that by staying true to yourself and your own inner truth, you are doing the most important work of all, the work of being fully, authentically, unapologetically yourself. And know that even in the midst of the struggles and the challenges, there is always hope, always light, and always the possibility of a deeper, more meaningful way of living. So keep shining your light, keep walking your path, and trust that the universe is guiding you every step of the way, even when the road ahead feels uncertain or unclear. For in the end, being a highly spiritual person is not about having all the answers or being perfect in any way. It's about being willing to ask the deep questions, to seek the profound truths, and to live a life that is guided by love, compassion, and a deep sense of connection to something greater than yourself. And that, in itself, is a beautiful and worthwhile journey, no matter where it may lead. Being a highly spiritual person in today's world can be a challenging and often isolating experience. but it is also a path of great beauty, depth, and meaning. By staying true to yourself, cultivating self-love and self-acceptance, seeking out authentic connections with others, and developing a consistent spiritual practice, you can learn to navigate the struggles and challenges of this path with greater ease and grace. Remember, your spiritual sensitivity and unique perspective are a gift, not a flaw. They are what allow you to see the world in a deeper, more meaningful way, and to be a force for positive change and growth in your own life and in the lives of others. So keep shining your light, keep asking the deep questions, and keep seeking the profound truths that call to you from the depths of your soul. Trust that you are exactly where you're meant to be, and that the universe is conspiring in your favor, even in the midst of the struggles and challenges that come with walking this path. And know that you are not alone. There are many others out there who share your sensitivities and your yearning for a deeper, more meaningful way of living. By coming together in love, compassion, and support, we can create a world that is more conducive to the needs and experiences of highly spiritual individuals, and that allows us all to thrive and grow in the ways that we are meant to. So take heart, dear spiritual seeker. Your journey may not always be easy, but it is always worth it. Keep walking your path with courage, authenticity, and an open heart, and trust that every step is taking you closer to the truth of who you really are, and to the deeper meaning and purpose that you seek. The world needs your light, your love, and your unique perspective, now more than ever. So keep shining, keep growing, and know that you are loved, supported, and cherished every step of the way.